Hey, this is my comic pull list for July 6th, 2016. Yabba dabba doo! From that rather loud intro, it's probably a safe bet that you little Einsteins have deduced that I'm starting off this week's pull with DC's The Flintstones, issue number 1. Like Scooby Apocalypse, this is another one of those Hanna-Barbera properties that DC is reviving and revamping in comic form. This issue revolves around everyone's favorite tie-wearing caveman, Fred Flintstone, as he attempts to impress his boss, Mr. Slate, by trying to convince a trio of highly sought-after Neanderthals to go to work at Slate's quarry. Meanwhile, Fred's wife, Wilma, is excited to have been selected to show her art in a local gallery. I hate to say it, but this didn't really hook me. I thought the art by Steve Pugh was good, but unlike Scooby Apocalypse, whose story was given a complete makeover from its source material, this is almost too close to its original. There are a few more mature themes, but if these dramatic bits were pruned out, I could easily see this first issue being an episode of the 60s TV series. But it's actually these dramatic bits that give me some hope. If they build on those, this might just turn out to be an awesome comic. Or it might become the Brady's. Remember the Brady's? Well, time will tell. Next, also from DC, it's Arrow, the Dark Archer, number 12. Malcolm Merlyn battles his former lover Lourdes and her son Sarah Khan for the Ashkiri treasure. Secrets are revealed, lives are lost, and hearts are... well, you'll just have to read it for yourself. This is the end of this story arc, or at least it feels like an ending to me. It's been a fun ride, so I look forward to seeing where this title goes from here. Next from Image, it's The Walking Dead, number 156. Damn, what an issue. Negan settles in with the Whisperers and starts learning their ways, like Jake Sully in Avatar. Anyway, this is much to the chagrin of Beta, who thinks this new interloper is either after Alpha's position or Alpha herself. Later on, Alpha and Negan have a heart-to-heart, which leads to a totally unexpected ending. It's issues like this that prove that The Walking Dead has still got it. Robert Kirkman's storytelling still manages to surprise me even after 156 issues, which is why this is still one of my favorite titles. Moving on to Marvel, it's Star Wars Han Solo number 2. Han and Chewie encounter their first obstacle in the Dragon Void run and soon realize that danger and enemies are around every turn. This was a good second issue. Again, Marjorie Liu's writing is great, and I really like the way that Mark Brooks gives his art a sense of movement in the racing scenes. Next, it's more Star Wars with Poe Dameron, issue number 4. Still on the search for Lor San Tekka, Poe and Black Squadron head to their next destination, Megabloks. No, not Megabloks. Megabloks Beta. Megabloks are knockoff Legos. Megabloks is a prison planet controlled by its inmates. Anyway, Poe and crew head down to the surface, hoping to speak to Gracchus the Hutt, an inmate and former collector of Jedi artifacts, who we last saw in Star Wars issue 12, which took place 30-odd years earlier, when he captured the pre-Jedi Luke Skywalker on the planet Nar Shaddaa and forced him to fight in an arena. So once on the surface, our heroes find that maneuvering their way through the prison and negotiating info out of a hut is more difficult than they planned. This was a pretty good first issue to this new story arc, with some fun banter and double crosses everywhere. I'm curious to see how Poe and his friends are going to get out of this one. And finally from Titan, it's Doctor Who's Supremacy of the Cybermen, number 1. Something is wreaking havoc with the time-space continuum, and if you were listening when I said the title of this book, chances are you can figure out who's to blame.
Delete.
This 5-issue story arc celebrates the 50th anniversary of the Cybermen's first appearance on the original series. And it features all 4 of the modern era Doctors. So while Christopher Eccleston didn't appear in the show's 50th anniversary episode, his likeness is apparently up for grabs. Now, these multi-Doctor crossovers can be a bit wibbly-wobbly timeline-wise, so here's a breakdown of where everyone's at. The 12th Doctor has lost Clara and spent 4 billion years in a Time Lord prison, after which he defeated President Rassilon. 11 is traveling with his friend Alice Oberfume between when he leaves Amy and Rory to settle into married life and then joins back up with them at the beginning of season 6. The 10th Doctor is traveling with companions Gabby and Cindy between his time with Donna Noble and when he returns to Earth to defeat the Master and confront the Time Lords. And finally, the 9th Doctor is with Jack and Rose and Jackie Tyler between the episodes The Doctor Dances and Boomtown. Whew! Now, with all that out of the way, this first issue is pretty much set up, showing the different Doctors in various scenarios, which I assume will converge later in the story. In fact, it's really only through the 12th Doctor's plotline that we know what's going on at all. But I liked it. I thought it was well written and had good pacing, but I'm not crazy about some of the artwork. Some of the characters' likenesses, and I use that word very loosely, just weren't up to par. Especially Matt Smith's Doctor, who most of the time looks like a puffy blowfish. David Tennant doesn't always look hot either. Yeah. Anyway, art issues aside, this is a good first issue with an intriguing ending. I will definitely be picking up the next one. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please like me, subscribe me, comment me, bro. That was supposed to be like, you know, come at me, bro.